Grandma, I promise you, I'm going to become a doctor. I'm going to save people. So what happened to Mom never happens to anyone else. My grandson Nathan said that to me at his mother's funeral. He was 8 years old, standing next to her casket, his little hand in mine. My daughter Sarah was 26 when she died. Overdose, OxyContin. Started with a prescription after a car accident. Ended with her dead on a bathroom floor. Nathan meant every word that day, and he kept his promise. He became a doctor. What he didn't tell me, he'd become the very thing that killed his mother. And 18 years later, I found him in my bathroom at 2 a.m., stealing my pain medication. Stay with me, because this story is about the hardest decision I ever had to make. If you like stories about impossible choices and standing up for what's right, even when it destroys you, subscribe, because what comes next will break your heart. My name is Catherine Williams. I'm 58 years old, and I live in Columbus, Ohio. Before I tell you about the night I found my grandson stealing from me, I need to take you back 20 years to the day my daughter died, November 12, 2004. I got the call at 6:47 a.m., Columbus Police Department. Ma'am, is this Catherine Williams, mother of Sarah Mitchell? My heart stopped. Yes. Ma'am, I'm sorry to inform you that your daughter was found unresponsive this morning. Paramedics attempted resuscitation, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. The phone fell from my hand. Sarah had been struggling for 2 years. It started so innocently. Car accident in 2002. Broken back. Doctor prescribed OxyContin for the pain. At first, everything seemed fine. The pills helped. She could function, take care of Nathan, go to work. Then the prescription ran out. But the pain and the craving didn't. She doctor shopped. 5 different doctors, 10 pharmacies. I didn't know until it was too late. Her husband, Mike, left when he found out. Took nothing. Not even his son. Just disappeared. So Nathan moved in with me, 8 years old, and I had to explain to him why his mommy wasn't coming home. That funeral was the worst day of my life, until 18 years later when I relived it. But at the funeral, Nathan made his promise. I'm going to be a doctor, Grandma. I'm going to fix this. And I believed him. Through middle school, he studied. Straight A's. Through high school, he volunteered at hospitals, shadowed doctors, read medical journals. At 18, he got into Ohio State University. Pre-med. I was so proud I couldn't see straight. But college wasn't cheap, even in state. 4 years of undergrad, $45,000. 4 years of medical school, $250,000. Total $295,000. I didn't have that, but I had my house. The house where I raised Sarah, the house where I was raising Nathan. I took out a reverse mortgage, $180,000. I worked extra shifts at the hospital cafeteria, saved every penny. Nathan worked too. Studied, worked, slept, repeat, for 8 years. In 2018, he graduated, Ohio State University College of Medicine, Dr. Nathan Mitchell. I cried so hard at his graduation I couldn't breathe. Sarah should have been there, but Nathan was there, and he'd done it. He got his residency at Cleveland Clinic, family medicine. I want to work with regular people, Grandma. People like Mom. People who need help before it's too late. For 3 years, he worked 80-hour weeks, came home exhausted, but happy, fulfilled. In 2021, he finished residency, got a job at a family practice in Westerville, just outside Columbus. $180,000 a year, good benefits, helping people. I thought we'd made it. I thought the nightmare was over. I have severe arthritis, hands, knees, hips. Some days I can barely walk. My doctor prescribes Percocet, 60 pills a month. I take them sparingly, only when the pain is unbearable. In January 2024, I noticed something odd. I'd refilled my prescription, picked it up from CVS, put it in my bathroom cabinet like always. A week later, I went to take one. The bottle felt light. I counted. 42 pills, should have been 53. I thought maybe I miscounted when I first got it. Pharmacist error. The next month, same thing. Picked up 60. A week later, only 39 left. This time, I marked the bottle, counted every single pill, wrote the number on a piece of tape, 60. 3 days later, 48 pills. Someone was taking them. I live alone. Nathan has a key. He stops by twice a week to help with groceries, yard work, repairs. No, it couldn't be. But I had to know. I installed a small security camera in my bathroom, $40 on Amazon, hidden behind a picture frame. 2 days later, I checked the footage. 2:17 a.m. My bathroom door opens. Nathan walks in scrubs. Must have come from a late shift. He opens my medicine cabinet, takes out the Percocet bottle, empties 7 pills into his hand, puts them in his pocket, closes the cabinet, leaves. I watched it 5 times, hoping I was seeing it wrong. I wasn't. I didn't sleep for 2 days. I didn't know what to do. Confront him? Call the police? Pretend I didn't see it. Finally, I called him. Nathan, can you come over? We need to talk. He showed up an hour later, smiling. Hey, Grandma, what's up? I showed him the video. The smile disappeared. Silence. Long, horrible silence. Grandma, I can explain. Explain how you're stealing medication from your grandmother who can barely walk? It's not what you think. What is it then? More silence. Then finally, I'm in pain, Grandma. My back. From standing all day, I just need them to get through shifts. You're a doctor. Get your own prescription. I can't. If it's on my record, the medical board sees it. It could affect my license. So you steal mine? I was going to pay you back. I was going to... Nathan, your mother died from these. His face crumbled. I know. Then why? Because they work, Grandma. They make everything stop. The pain, the stress, the guilt about Mom. Everything just stops. My blood ran cold. How long? How long what? How long have you been using? I'm not using, How long, Nathan? 2 years. 2 years. While I'd been so proud. While he'd been treating patients. While he'd been a doctor. Nathan, you need help. Rehab, therapy, now. I don't need rehab, I have it under control. You're stealing from your grandmother at 2 a.m. You don't have anything under control. He stood up. I'm handling it. Then get help. I don't need help, just forget you saw this. I'll stop coming by. Problem solved. He walked out. I didn't sleep that night either. I had a choice. Let him destroy himself like Sarah did, or do something. The next morning, I called the Ohio State Medical Board, reported him for substance abuse and potential prescription fraud. They investigated. Turned out, Nathan wasn't just taking my pills. He was writing fake prescriptions for patients that didn't exist, picking them up at different pharmacies, selling some, using the rest. Over 2 years, 300 plus fraudulent prescriptions, $200,000 in illegal sales. The DEA got involved. The medical board suspended his license. He was arrested. He called me from jail. Grandma, how could you? You destroyed my life. Mom would be ashamed of you. Your mother would be ashamed of what you became. And she'd understand why I did this. I hung up. Nathan took a plea deal. 60 days in jail, 2 years mandatory rehab, permanent loss of medical license. He's been clean for 8 months now. He works at a warehouse in Cleveland, $60 an hour, lives with a roommate, takes the bus. We haven't spoken since that phone call from jail. Does it hurt? Every single day. Did I make the right choice? Yes, because Nathan is alive, and Sarah isn't. I didn't save my daughter, but I saved my grandson, even if he hates me for it. I'm 60 now. My arthritis is worse. I take Tylenol instead of Percocet. It barely helps. But I'm not taking chances. Sometimes I wonder if Nathan will ever understand, if he'll ever forgive me. But mostly, I'm just grateful he's breathing. Because in the battle between love and enabling, Sometimes love has to be cruel. Sometimes saving someone means losing them. And sometimes the hardest thing you'll ever do is the right thing. If this story touched you, leave a comment. Have you ever had to make an impossible choice to save someone you love? Have you been affected by the opioid crisis? Subscribe for more stories about hard choices in real life. And if you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, please reach out. National Helpline 1-800-662-4357. You're not alone.